Howdy everyone, how you doing? I hope you're all doing wonderful. A Fatal Maid event on Nikkei, and go ahead and get started. The Maid Cafe at the Outpost. Huh? Why are y'all staring at me like that? Well, I think you should consider changing your outfit first. You mean into a main outfit? Why didn't you? Give me a second. And pasties are holding on to dear life. But, how do I look? Do you think Master will like it? Wow. I think he'll probably like it. You do remember everything you were taught, right? Of course, I remember it all perfectly. Okay, then you can start tomorrow. Sounds good. This is where I'll be working. No, you'll be assigned to the ARC branch during the event. What's wrong? No, it's nothing. And I'll head off and get some rest for my first day tomorrow. Ada, are you sure it's gonna be okay? It'll be fine. Velvet's been in our square for a while now. Where? Quad. Oh my god. Darn you, dyslexia! Anyways, continuing. And she's been trained properly anyway. Yeah, you're right. Besides, if anything happens, I'll handle it all. No. Velvet needs to do her job properly too. What? I taught her myself after all. You'll be fine. Yes. Thanks for all your hard work, Cocoa. Wait, is Cocoa or Cacao? I don't know. I just usually call her Cocoa. It wasn't hard. In fact, it was fun. Fun? Velvet was a real secret agent, you know. She even taught me how to be one. Wow, I want to learn too. You're not ready for that yet. If you trip while trying to hide, you'll just be in big trouble. Aw. Let's go get some rest now. This event something tells me it's not going to be easy. Let's go and get the challenge out of the way. Yeah, I don't have my new PNG yet. Talk to my artist, and he said he's been done with the lineup for a while. He's just waiting on the other artists to get the coloring done, which is quite a few pieces. So I don't. Assume I'm not gonna be getting Let me go to the shop. We're gonna do all of it in one go.
ご主人様のお掃除の準備完了です。
briefly by this. Oh my gosh. I briefly stopped by the Ark to run a quick errand. I passed in front of the familiar Maid Cafe sign. Huh? Ada hasn't asked me to help out at the cafe. There's no particular reason for me to stop by. I should probably just head back. I wonder if Velvet's working. Maybe I should take a quick look, just in case. Her big boobies. Seems like I found a reason to stop by after all. Surprising my quickened pace, I enter the cafe. I'm quickly enveloped by a warm and cozy atmosphere. No one comes to welcome me. What's with this atmosphere? Did something happen? Master. Whee! Velvet suddenly approaches and clings to my arm. Master, you came to see me. How'd you know? Really? Then I shall be the one to serve you. I follow Velvet's lead and sit at an empty table. What would you like to order, Master? Almond rice, please. Okay, please wait a moment. Ada, did something happen? Well, you see, a few hours earlier. Welcome back, Master. I'll escort you to the to a table. What would you like to order? Oh, you can find today's special on the menu. Here, let me show you. No need to get impatient, Masters. There may only be one of me, but I'll serve you. But I'll serve you with all my love. Velvet? If it's okay with you, could I have your number? My number? Velvet leans down and whispers into the guest's ear. That may be a little tricky. But if you order a parfait and share it with me, maybe I'll change my mind. Winky face. Parfait! What parfait here? Please! Please! Please, please, please! Last hand just shaking his hands above his head. Please! Just one. Two, please! Thank you. And let me give you a stamp. Going to be a problem. Looks like it might be. I don't think it's that big of a problem. But still. Excuse me. Huh? If I order a cake, will you share it with me? No, I'm not hungry. But Velvet's willing to eat with her guests. So, I'm Anchor. Yeah, that's true, alright. I knew things would turn out like this. One person does it, others will start expecting it too. She's doing. They're trying to run a maid cafe. Velvet's treating it like it's a host club. After all, the customers started specifically requesting for Velvet. In the end, the rest of us got stuck doing kitchen work. Tony are fine, since we're always assigned to the kitchen anyway. But I have no interest in working in the kitchen. You should take this opportunity to get used to the kitchen duties. Keep failing your professional maid evaluations. That's because Mask keeps making pirate food however she feels like it. Ah. By the way, where's Drake? I haven't seen her for a while. She went off to change her clothes a while ago. Said it was boring working here. Amu rice for table 3 is here. Up. Got it. Claps bell with foot. Bing. Velvet, who has been weaving her way through the cafe serving other customers, approaches me with the Amu rice in hand. Your Amu rice, master. Velvet sets the plate down on the table and sits on my thigh. Boner. Ooh. I'm sorry, I live and die by the cringe. Woman, whoa! Velvet is sitting on my thigh, and I got a hard boner, and I cannot lie. I'm looking like a stud muffin, and all the brothers can't deny. There's my little parody of Sir Mix-a-Lot. He scoops up a bit of Amu rice and offers it to me. Velvet, could you get down? I don't want to. I can feel the gaze of surrounding customers on us. Get down, please. Sure, if you take a bite of this. I take a bite of the Amu rice. The gazes of the surrounding customers begin to turn hostile. Is it good? It is. Maybe it's because I'm feeding it to you. Don't need to do this with other customers. You don't do this with other customers too, right? Well, what do you think? Huh? Let's talk somewhere private. If you don't mind. Velvet and I entered the break room followed by Ada. Velvet, don't you think your customer service is a little too aggressive? Really? In what way? There's too much physical contact. Oh, that? Mm-hmm. Well, that kind of treatment is reserved only for you, our real master. Ooh la la. I'm not that extreme with other customers. That doesn't seem right either. It catches my glance and nods. Yes, you must treat all customers sincerely at all times. Is that so? Velvet steps closer to me. So, I have to treat the other customers out there. Velvet's fingertips tickle my chest. My chesticles. She's touching my chesticles. The same way I treat you, really? Yes, at least during cafe operating hours. Oh my... I think they're not catching on to what she's saying. Do as Ada says. It's negatively affecting your coworkers. I don't want to. Even if you don't want to, you have to. You have to get along with the others and Maid for you. Just like before when you told me to get in line. Aren't you being a bit too cold only towards me? Before was during a pursuit. And now? Until you make a decision, you'll probably keep feeling like I'm being cold. decision about what? About where you're going to be. Already joined you and became a part of Maid for you. Isn't that enough? Not about where you are physically. Also, like, oh, Master.
Hi, Coco.
Coco enters the break room holding a sketchbook. What's this? Oh, this? Coco shows us what she's drawn in the sketchbook. Hmm? Looks like a bunch of pink and red blobs. Since Velvet is new, I'm going to put this up so our customers can recognize her. Okay. Customers will probably frequent us more often. Yep, the more the merrier. Looks like I don't have time to just hang around here then. This newbie maid is heading off to work extra hard. Velvet leaves the break room. Huh? Did I draw you and Ada too, Master? Sure, thank you. That day, the Maid Cafe was a huge success. At closing time, 85% of the customers had requested to be served by Velvet. It's so seductive.
お掃除しなきゃいけません。少しだけ休みますね。装填中です。少々お待ちいただけますか。すぐに点検してまいります。私どものサービスにご満足いただけましたでしょうか。
Ooh. Ooh. After the Maid Cafe closes, Ada and I return to the commander's room. Good work today. You too, Master. I caused trouble again, didn't I? No, you didn't. And it wasn't trouble, so don't say that. Yes, Master. By the way, what do you plan on to do from now on? Are things going to be okay at the cafe? Ada? Oh, sorry. Something felt off about today's service. No, it's nothing. I'll tell you once I'm more certain. Forget I said anything. Alright. Also, as far as the cafe is concerned, I'll figure it out. That's not the way we want to attract customers either. Start off with, I'll try to convince Velvet, and then... Do you think she'll be receptive? Well, first I need to get to know her better. I still don't really know anything about her. I know her name and that she was a secret agent. And that ever since her squad disbanded, she's been constantly on the run. But aside from those three things, seems like nothing's changed since Coin Rush. Yeah, she hardly ever talks about her past. And also, what you said to Velvet earlier, Master, I've brought it up before and decided where she belongs. Yeah, she dodged the question back then, just like she did this time. Not that I don't understand, but Ada lets out a small sigh. Velvet probably doesn't know how to find her place in a new environment, how to get close to new people, and how to respond to kindness. Huh. Still, I think she's slowly improving. The way she acts during business hours, that's probably her way of expressing herself. She works hard and produces results. Sales-wise, we're doing pretty well. Yeah? Anyway, sorry for taking up your time, Master. No, don't worry about it. I'll stop by the cafe again tomorrow. Okay, Master. Thank you, as always. Ada leaves. Aw. I search my pockets, but my phone is nowhere to be found. Did I leave it at the Maid Cafe? Try calling my own number, but the call doesn't go through. Guess I'll have to head back. I throw on my coat and head back to the Ark. A little later, I return to Maid Cafe and search on my phone, but the lights are still on. I quieten my steps and carefully approach the cafe door. Huh? Beyond the closed door, I faintly hear Velvet's voice along with a man. What, you're giving up already? A little disappointed. But please, it's all my fault. I can't, I don't have anything left. Huh? Is that so? From where I'm standing, it looks like you've still got plenty left in you. Come on, just try a little harder. Yep, there's some shenanigans going on. I don't know if it's of the misleading kind or of the sexual kind, but something's a goof. From where I'm standing, it looks like you still got plenty left in you. Come on, just try a little harder. Jingle. I rush into the Maid Cafe. Huh? A man in a black suit and sunglasses is tied up tightly and lying on the floor. You're here. Velvet digs her heel hard into the man's back. Oh, please. Please! Please! Step on me, ma'am. Hey. Call the police. This woman is... You need to be quiet. Press. Ah! You came for this, right? Velvet holds out my phone. What are you doing? Oh, this? He snuck in and was installing bugs and cameras. So I was just showing him a bit of affection. He was installing bugs and cameras. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that privately. Good. Ugh. Velvet karate chops the back of the man's neck. He's out. He goes limp instantly. Are you allowed to do that? Why not? He's the one who was up to no good. He should be grateful he still has his arms and legs. Blank stare. He came to capture me, you know. Well, more like gather information to capture me. Aw? Surprised? Seems like you still don't get how dirty things can get. Huh, Master. Why are they after you? Well, isn't it obvious? I'm useful. What do you mean? I have my uses. Back then, Mustang, or should I say, the president, did a lot of bad things. And I happen to know every sordid detail. Blankly stares. Not sure if you realized, but the president has plenty of enemies. And not just for business reasons, but it's annoying, honestly. We committed those bad deeds together. And he's far worse than I am. But now he pretends to be all noble and righteous. So if they catch me and work me over, they think they can expose everything from the past. Or so they believe. I hope y'all enjoying. I'm putting a little effort into Velvet's mannerisms, as I feel like they are. ... That said, the only reason I'm still alive is thanks to the president's little act. In the old days, my squad and I would have been dead by now. And it's not like he lacked the power or the means to make it happen. With just one snap of his fingers, he could have made us disappear, making it seem as if we never existed. But he didn't. Yeah, exactly. I wonder what's gotten into him. A lot of ... dots. A lot of Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Velvet lifts the arm of the unconscious man. Isn't this? On the back of the man's hand is a stamp from the Maid Cafe. He came in as a customer earlier today. No way. I still don't know who sent him. But I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty he Okay, I was making sure I wasn't... I was trying to make sure I wasn't crazy, but okay, I just think the localization. I'm pretty sure he didn't come here to watch me say stuff like coochie woochie booing. And he wasn't the only one. There were about 6 of them, I reckon. He's the only one foolish enough to try sneaking in tonight. So what happened earlier today was me killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If I want to stop them from pulling anything stupid, I figured it'd be better if I stepped in. Huh. These guys are small fry anyway. Velvet shakes a phone that seems to belong to the man. They use secure phones but don't even bother deleting their instructions. What amateurs. The phone screen reads, collect all information on Shade by any means necessary. Shade, that was the squad you were in before. Yeah, but it was disbanded. It's going to be exhausting guarding the cafe in the meantime. I thought you weren't interested in the Maid Cafe. Huh? I have to stay here for now. And it'd be annoying if things get ugly. Like I said, I've been on the run ever since the president dissolved Shade. Do you have any idea how exhausting that is? In a place as tiny as the Ark. Huh. Being on the run means you had pursuers, right? Yeah. Those people, if you can even call them that. Are the people from this incident the same ones who were chasing you back then? No. The people after me before were legit. I almost got caught several times. What happened to them? What do you think happened? Don't worry. Those guys won't be involved this time. As capital as they were. Capable. Oh my god. Capable. Man, I got the bravado, but I got the fucking speed. Bro, I'm such a retard, bro. I really need to go back to school and learn how to speak again, man. Seeing me make such a big deal of coming under your protection will make them cautious. My value versus the risk of crossing you. They will weigh between those two. I even led them to that conclusion from the start. Huh. What does it matter to you? You've got nothing to lose. If anything, you stand to gain. You've got a dedicated maid now. Velvet pokes my chest. Anyway, that's enough story for today. I haven't planned on talking about this in the first place. Velvet brushes my lips lightly with her fingertip. Ooh. Whenever I'm around you, I end up letting something vulnerable slip out without even realizing it. Velvet easily lifts the unconscious man with one hand. I'll get going then. Good work today. As far as all this is concerned, let me handle it. Don't tell the others. They wouldn't be much help anyways. Velvet leaves the Maid Cafe. The next day at the Maid Cafe, the majority of the customers continue requesting for Velvet, who darts around the cafe with ease. And yet... Oh, Master. This is a secret space meant only for us maids. I'm afraid you're not allowed in. She blocks the customer attempting to sneak inside. Ah, Master. Is that a button? Here, you drop this. She retrieved a surveillance device from under the table. Dang. Cold-looking female customer. That's quite the name description. Excuse me. But there's a loud noise coming from the restroom. Sorry, miss. Looks like some cleaning supplies have fallen over. Once in a while, she even gets her hands dirty. This is how the morning passes. Are you okay? No. Seriously. Why are there so many of them? Guess yesterday was just a preview. On top of that, they're all amateurs with no fundamentals. So it's even more annoying. Even if I want to play dumb, it's also blatantly obvious. That's true. These would-be intruders do seem sloppy even to me. Do you think there might be some other motive? Maybe these amateurs are only a distraction, while someone else goes after the real target. What real target? Wasn't I the final goal from the start? I'm already engaging with them directly. Any diversionary tactics would be pointless. They might want to harm the other maids. Exactly why I'm doing this, isn't it? I won't let that happen. Well, that's true. Then, do you have any idea who's behind this? I don't know. There are just too many possibilities. Like I said yesterday, these guys are small fry. If they're actually competent, we could at least narrow it down. But with guys like this, it's even harder to tell. Honestly, it's like they're just grabbing some random thugs on the street. Maybe they were a group that broke apart once and reformed. That would explain a few things. If they needed results, they might rush in without thinking. At that moment, another customer enters the Maid Cafe. The way they keep glancing around looks incredibly suspicious, even to me. Great. Here we go again. When am I finally going to kick them all out? Whatever. I'm taking a break. Velvet heads into the break room and collapses onto the sofa. Why don't you ask for help? Huh? Velvet lifts her head slightly, still sprawled across the sofa. Should ask the others for help. It's about keeping the cafe safe, so they definitely be willing to help. No way. Why? Just no. Bringing it up won't hurt. You've got nothing to lose. What do you mean I've got nothing to lose? Velvet sits up straight. Asking for help means I need help. And needing help means I'm in a bad spot. Being in a bad spot means that it's perfect time to take me down, isn't it? See, how's that nothing to lose? My life is on the line. You know that would never happen. Yeah, I know, but still. Velvet rests her chin on her hand and looks out the window. Still, it's just how I do things. I've lived my whole life like this. Wouldn't it be strange if I suddenly changed overnight? Nothing's bad's gonna happen. You have my word. How are you gonna guarantee that? I'll figure something out. What kind of answer is that? So irresponsible. Oh, she can't be looking at me like that, bro. She can't. That's a devious face, and I'm gonna do some devious things. Even so, it's a rather sweet proposition. Velvet stares out the window for a while. After a long pause, she speaks again. All right. I'll humor you and bring it up once. Of course I'll help. I thought something strange was going on too. Some of the customers have been acting oddly. And so have you, Velvet. I noticed it too. The customers keep acting weird, so I've been wondering whether we should report it to the ACPU. Knew it. So it is some kind of covert operation. I already have a plan laid out. You're going to help me? Of course. Why? Because we're family. Huh? Velvet. We don't know what kind of life you lived before. In fact, we don't have the faintest idea. So please tell us. Tell us what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Here, take this. Coco hands Velvet a thin plastic wrapped pouch. What is this? A letter writing set. I heard that writing a letter helps when it's hard to put things into words. You can use these colored pencils too. Coco hesitates, looking at the colored pencils, and lifts her head. Your hair color's similar to mine, so I'll let you use this one. Coco pulls out the shortest colored pencil, the pink one, and holds it out. Velvet takes it, nonplussed. You've never let me use that one. Because your hair is green, Soda. That's true, but still. Coco and Soda bicker with one another. Velvet blinks silently, staring down at the writing paper and colored pencil in her hand. What did I tell you? Ada, don't you hate me? When you were chasing me back at Coin Rush, I felt a lot of hostility from you. I don't hate you. What happened in Coin Rush was a pretty unique situation. You were targeting Master too. But after you joined our squad, you've been working really hard. And you've been a great student under my tutelage. Even if your performance isn't exactly the best, well, I never done this kind of work in my life, so that's to be expected. Which is why I should get back to my old line of work. Velvet squats down in front of Coco, meeting her eyes. Make it no, Coco. Yeah? Do you like covert operations? Train all the bees. Yes! Oh, we got Buddy Ada back. Yes! Oh, we got all the Buddy girls. Let's go. Let's go over the situation first. Among the Among the customers, there are some who are trying to gather information on Velvet, and on us as well. So far, they haven't made any other moves. But once they're gathered enough information, there's no telling how they might act. Right. In special operations, information gathering is basically everything. Oh. Sorry, my autism for the female form is flaring again. You can spend ages preparing and plotting routes, while the actual execution takes only a few moments. Don't worry, Soda. We're still a long way from all that. Thanks to Velvet, they'll probably haven't gathered much information at all. Ada, sorry to interrupt. Yes, Master? Why are you dressed as a bunny girl? Oh, that? Just, felt right. Wow, We're having this conversation. I see. I just saw Ada wearing it. Soda. I like how much of a airhead they made Soda. I love it. I just felt like wearing it. Sure. What? Isn't this a treat for your eyes? Anyway. Back to the topic at hand. As Ada pointed out, those guys have no choice but to proceed cautiously. Putting the amateurish methods aside, they haven't managed to gather much information. And besides, I've even stepped in personally to stop them, remember? No matter how stupid they are bound to suspect that they'll assume there's something precious or important that we're hiding and protecting. Yes, from their perspective, not only does the leader of Shade suddenly reappear, she also becomes affiliated with the Master and starts working at the Maid Cafe. On top of that, every agent they send to gather intel at the cafe was dealt with. Good point. They are probably starting to think this place is a base of operations. A base for Shade's new beginning. Also, the cafe being the hideout for a secret organization is a classic setup. It's textbook. Does that mean those weird customers will keep coming? Well, if we keep playing along, something's bound to happen. They're not sending these agents here for fun. Eventually, they'll probably resort to more aggressive tactics. Aggressive tactics? Don't worry too much. In the middle of the arc, there's a limit on how aggressive they can be. And I'm here, aren't I? Yes. Plus, if they use aggressive methods, they'll inevitably expose their weakness. Both sides lack information, but if we target those weaknesses, we can make things work somehow. All done. Coco, who has been drawing in her sketchbook this entire time, puts down her colored pencil. I've drawn up an operation plan. Really? As your senior officer, I shall take a look. Senior officer? You're officially joining the covert ops, aren't you? That makes me your senior, and you my junior. Oh! Velvet smiles and takes Coco's sketchbook, her eyes widening slightly when she looks at it. This isn't bad. You've got a talent. I've been practicing. Great. We'll go with this. Huh? Well, I'll fine-tune a few things. But the overall plan works as is. Velvet spreads the sketchbook open. The drawing and wobbly handwriting lay out the plan. And you can make out the general outline of the operation. This will actually work, really? Of course. This is a Maid Cafe, right? So Velvet slowly begins to take off her bunny girl outfit. We'll hand it the way maids do. I'll just step out for a moment.
ってこれくらいはできるんですよ。
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bouncing my fucking voice around as much as I am, it's really straining my vocal cords. Well, did we just have a combat one and no freaking... Unless this is it now. Oh. The next day. There. The customer in the brown blazer. Got it. Ada takes the coffee cup, Velvet hands her and walks over. Here's your coffee. Please enjoy, master. Ugh. On taking a sip of the coffee, the customer starts trembling violently. Oh my, are you alright? The coffee. Why is it so salty? Here, allow me to assist you. The customer foams at the mouth and trembles. Ada lays the secret agent on the nearby bench, then returns. How much salt did you put in? 6.5 spoonfuls. We deal with the secret agents that Velvet spots in a way that interfere. What? I'm assuming it's interferes with the business as little as possible and without the other customers noticing. Of course, we don't use the same method every time. Coochie woochie boing. Wow, you're really good at this. Then let me teach you the next spell. You have to follow along properly, okay? No, we force some of them to keep performing the delicious spell. That's not it. Huh? The carrot pieces are too big. They're this big, they won't cook through when stir-fried. Again. Make others join the cooking experience event. And if none of those methods work, we'll have our last resort. Now. You mustn't go in there. Ah! Lapses. I'll tie him up in the break room. Please do. Sometimes we subdue them with force. I was nervous since this was supposed to be a covert ops, but this is nothing. Well, I suppose it does have its own unique charm. We're doing okay, right? Yes. This shouldn't be a problem. None of the other customers seem to have noticed. I never thought we end up pulling off a covert ops in a Maid cafe. Seriously, being with you guys is nothing but fun. I installed a few other surveillance cameras we confiscated from agents in the main hall. It should help with identifying them. You did? Thanks. Eek. I hope they just give up at this point. That would be nice. But foolish people tend to be the brave. Welcome to... Huh? Have we met before? I feel like I've seen you somewhere other than the cafe. Of course you have. Huh? As soon as he entered the cafe, the man kicks over the signboard. You get the manager! I want your manager. Okay, Fuck, what was the
ここを片
was the
付ければいい
female
んですよね
was it Kevin? I don't remember, what was the male Karen name?
早くプロのメイドにとってはプリンを食べるくらい簡単なことだよ
I see Gen Z's male equivalent to Karen is David. You get the manager. Aren't you? That's right. I figured I'd find you here. Been living it up, huh? Please leave. We won't tolerate disruptive behavior. Oh, scary. Is this how you treat a customer? Don't tell me a maid from Made for You is planning to kick out a customer. Drawn by the commotion, the other customers turn to stare at Ada and the man. Please allow me to escort you to your table. Good, that's more like it. And forget the manager. Bring me the one with the pink hair. Huh? No, not you! The taller one, the tall girl. The new one who joined recently. That guy. Yeah, that's him. He's the loser I saw at Coin Rush. Oh yeah, he's the rich guy with the bodyguards that was fucking tased. Figures. He looked pathetic. But he has an uncanny way of cutting straight to the crux of things. So he's the one behind all this. The crux? He knows who I am and what I'm worth. A bunch of low-life thugs wouldn't have figured that out so easily. I see. Hurry up and bring her. Do I have to request her by name? Sure, I can do that. How much will she cost? He's causing a scene. Please refrain from causing a commotion inside the cafe. Is being loud a crime? Bro is peacocking, and I hope I'm portraying that well. I said the girl with the pink hair. Wow, would you look at that glare? Aren't you all Nikkei? Go ahead, try laying a finger on me. Let's see if a Nikkei can hurt a human. Right here in the middle of the arc. So you're not going to bring her out? Fine. We'll see who lasts longer. Boys, take your position. Huh? Oh, they're all bald. They're all bald! I've seen them before. Muscular men in black suits pour in, completely filling the hall. The other customers flee the cafe, and soon the bodyguards occupy almost every table. Tell the pink-haired girl to come out. We're not leaving until then. Master? Yeah? This is bad. They're all bald. I hate that I have to do this, but we have to use our last resort. So you need to stall them, Master. Okay. Good, here. Oko pins a name tag to my chest and enters the break room with her phone. Oh my god, my throat. The name tag reads Manager. I straighten my shoulders to look intimidating. The man has his feet up on the table, shouting at the top of his lungs. God, my voice is getting coarse. Ugh. I approach our target. Hey, listen. I wasn't even, huh? What are you doing here? The name is not manager, it's Stud Muffin.
皆さんよろしくお願いいたします。少々お待ちいただけますか。少しだけ休みますね。
まあメイドだってこれくらいはできるんですよ。
What are you doing here? Allow me to serve you, miss. Who are you calling miss? Wait, more importantly, I asked you what you're doing here. Aren't you a commander? Why are you working as a waiter here? This is my territory. And I'm not a waiter. I'm the manager. You asked for me, didn't you? Right. Good timing. Go get the pink-haired girl, Velvet. I'm requesting her by name. Velvet peeks out from behind me. Hi. You! So you finally decide to crawl out into the open, huh? I almost starved to death because of your last time. Is that so? You almost starved? About that. I grabbed him last time to lure you into coming after me. Remember? Oh my god, we're getting a flashback. There was something else I was after, but he beat me to it. So I was just a tiny bit salty, and I threw a little tantrum. But then after things wrapped up, I kind of forgot to release him. That must be why he's so upset. 2 days! I was tied up in the storage room for 2 whole days! If it weren't for that annoyingly diligent security guard, I'd be dead. Honestly, you know what? We gotta give that shout out to that security guard at Coin Rush who did his darndest to keep people out of the back area of the casino. I'm so sorry. But you survived, isn't that what matters? More importantly, I came out just like you wanted. So what now? Do you want me to cast a spell on your food to make it taste delicious? I made the little heart gesture with my as if like everyone can see me. I'm not even using a camera. Dude, I am so fucking animated that I keep forgetting I'm not on a camera. The man tosses a thick stack of papers onto the table. You know, this whole time, I've been digging into your past to see what you were involved in. I gotta say, you're seriously vicious. I've been in this line of work too, but I'm a saint compared to you. Do your little friends know what you've used to get up to? So? Oh, it's no big deal. I just wanted to do business. Huh? What? Thanks to you guys, my plan to take over Coin Rush went up in flames. But in this business, you can't be enemies forever. If we combine our skills and our connection, taking over the Ark would be a piece of cake. I was wondering what nonsense would spill out of your mouth. But this is beyond anything I imagined. So, you win? From what I've seen these past few days, it looks like you're trying to revive Shade. I've got some connections in the entertainment industry. What are you babbling on about? Get lost. I'm not proud of what I used to do. But I'd rather turn myself into a team up with scum like you. Ugh. I figured. Hey, you girls over there. The man looks towards to the other maids who are gathered around, watching the scene unfold. You girls don't know what she used to do you? Wiretapping, manipulating public opinion, assassination, kidnapping. Those were just the basics. She even sold out her own squad to save herself in the end. I did hear she was a Tetra secret agent. Master Captain, is what he's saying is true. I know she's got separated from her squad. I don't know what actually went down. Even so, I recall seeing Velvet receive some stationery from Coco, chatting happily with her. I'm choosing to believe her. I believe things will be different from now. Well, if that's how you feel, then I believe in her too. Yeah, me too. You trust people way too easily. Not that I hate it. I actually like the way Commander is. That's why I like you too, Instructor. Besides, this guy's intentions couldn't be more obvious. He's clearly trying to isolate Velvet. Regardless of what he's telling the truth, I find him irksome. You can say that again. Hey, I'm not done talking. You think she actually considered you her comrades? She'll use you for as long as she can. Suck you dry, then toss you to the curb. Oh, she can definitely suck me dry, all right, but that's enough of that. Let me stop going off that. Are you starting to get the picture? Just accept it and work with me. You don't belong in some childish maid cafe like this. You belong in the underworld where people kill and get killed. You even get the secret. Where am I supposed to be? Yeah, come with me and let's reach the top. We join forces, the big three, and no thanks. I'm not interested. All the central government and what? Nani?
ここでだ。戦闘モードに入るよ。次はどこですか？
少々お待ちいただけますか？私どものサービスにご満足いただけましたでしょうか？
Sorry, I was drinking some water. What? It doesn't sound fun to me. The man stares at Velvet with his mouth agape. Careful, man, someone might put a dick in your mouth. Whoops. Did I say that out loud? Didn't you say you knew who I was? Even did your research? And yet you still say stuff like that. You're really naive. I mean, a certain amount of naive is nice and all. But in this line of work, it'll get you killed. What? Just kidding. I'm retired from being a secret agent now, so I don't really have the right to say that. However, like, Coco comes out from the break room and nods at Velvet and me. I'm not the only agent in this cafe. She's my cute junior and she might see things a little differently. Looks like we have to do this the hard way. Boys. Yes, boss. Oh, so scary. At the man's word, the bodyguards all stand up at once. But then, you're really pushing your luck. Sorry, you're probably gonna see a bit of a cut there. I had to pause the recording. Had to see what was going on outside. Nothing important. Looks like words won't cut it. A large man who has been quite quietly eating a crepe in the corner stands up and stretches. What are you? He's a martial arts champion. He says he can only win if he eats crepes with cocoa drizzle with ketchup before the match. What? On the other side, I guess eating chocolate cake sets down her fork. You're with the Sustainable Future Planning Support Office, right? A brief look over your financial record shows some concerning irregularities. A tax audit may be in order. Oh my god, he's not paying his taxes? Bro, the last person you want to fuck, the last people you want to fuck was the IRS. They have a private military, just like the freaking post office. USPS. Yes, those of you who aren't American that do happen upon this. Yes. Back in the times when the Western Expanse was still going on, mail was very important because phones weren't readily available. Or even were around yet. So all the people that carried mail had like small groups of soldiers with them. That was how important the mail was. That's why it's a federal crime to mess with the mail. Still to this day in the United States. Anyways, I'm going to tangent. As for her, this lady works in tax collection. What the? After the first two customers stand up, the remaining customers in the cafe rise to their feet, blocking the bodyguard's path. Not only that, other familiar guests, regulars of the Maid Cafe, enter in quick succession. What is this? What are you trying us? Huh? Bossy male customer. That's how you want it. Fine by me. Customer eating pasta wipes his mouth with a napkin. Brain's the one backing you, isn't he? Brian. I work in the department next door, so I happened to hear something. Your friend is scheduled for an audit next week. Huh? There's a limit to everything, even profiteering. And you've all gone way too far. You! What are you gonna do now? You came here to stir up trouble, and if anything went south, you plan to smooth things over using your connections, right? Looks like the plan's off the table. Among some of our guests who adore my dear junior, there just happen to be quite a few extraordinary people. Damn it! Yeah, you've crossed the line. A hulking man puts his hand on Coco's head. You dare threaten my goddess of victory? Hey, yo! Let's go. Threaten? We won't stand by and let our cafe be intimidated so easily. Least of all by a criminal like you. Exactly. Coco, could you put more ketchup on my pasta? Got it. So what will you do now? If you're not satisfied with our service, you're welcome to come back another time. Though, but you'll probably be in jail by then. So maybe not. Damn you. We'll see about this. The man and his bodyguards flee the cafe. I'm afraid I won't be able to see you out. Nice. Based as customers. Customers are based as... Velvet closes the door that bodyguard left open. The cafe patrons and the maids and I all turn our eyes to Velvet. Velvet hesitates for a moment. She writes the signboard, then the man had... She writes the signboard that the man had kicked over, then turns to face us. Well, that was quite the commotion, wasn't it? Now that we've shown our disruptive guests the door, we can resume service. Velvet bows gracefully. Then we'll provide you with the very best service. Master? Ooh. Oh, we're already on the last one. Dang, it's powering through it. The next day. Why aren't you ordering the special? Why aren't you ordering it? It's event week. It's event week. So we're giving out keychains too. We're giving out keychains already? Yeah. They're all gone. Too bad. You should have come earlier. Slowpoke. I'll quiet you, dork. You just appear when we're busy, and now you show up yelling. Mass, where's the rum that was here? Huh? You drank it all. Not all of it. I thought we might need it for cooking. So I saved a little. You didn't drink any, Trony? I didn't. Just as Velvet predicts, there's a minor incident, but the Maid Cafe soon returns to normal. Click. The break room door is open and Velvet steps in. That went pretty smoothly. I thought things were going to get messier. I honestly didn't expect the operation to work. You didn't? I was totally sure it would. Velvet flips to the last page of Coco's sketchbook, alongside blobs that look like drawings of customers. The words, "Protecting our precious Maid Cafe together," all written above them. There are customers Coco is fond of, so I figured they help protect that was precious to her. Of course, I ran some background checks on them beforehand. Oh, there you are. I was just resting. By the way, since you're here, Velvet crouches down in front of Coco. Coco, do you still want to become a secret agent? Yeah. Then promise me one thing, and I'll recognize you as a secret agent. You will? Yep, I will. I promise. Okay then. A secret agenda must only work if they're senior officer. Even if someone else comes and asks you to be an agent, you can't listen to them. Got it? I was gonna do that anyways. Good. Velvet pats Coco on the head and stands up. Are you worried? It just made me think about the past. Coco, I'm gonna have a quick chat with Master. Do you draw strength from Master? Just like Soda does? Alright. Aw. What kind of strength did you give Soda? I doubt it was something like, you can do it. Go get him. You said it reminded you of the past. What kind of past? Damn, that was the deflection. I mean, parried that shit like a professional. Well, it's nothing. I was just rambling. Velvet drops onto the sofa. A long time ago, I knew a girl with pink hair who was a lot like Coco. She was really good with her hands and quick on her feet. And above all, she had an incredible talent for deceiving others. Not all talent is a good thing, you know. I guess you can call it a devil's gift. Velvet stretches loungily, then props her chin on her hand and looks out the window. That talent bloomed even further as she grew older, reaching its apex when she became a Nikkei. But we don't need any more girls like her. Well, anyway, it's all in the past now. Velvet grabs my tie and slowly pulls me closer. Now. Velvet, we're short-handed in the kitchen. Caught red-handed. Are you gonna scold me? Please refrain from doing that during business hours. Then it's okay during break time. That isn't... Velvet leans in close to Ada's ear. This is what you do during break time too, huh? Stop teasing her, Velvet. You can't make the prim and proper beautiful Ada blush like that. Yes, master. Velvet, we're short-handed in the kitchen right now. Could you come help for a bit? Sure. As Velvet leaves the break room, she glances back at me and winks. I'll show you again next time. My true feelings. Not gonna lie, usually I'm not... I really like the anniversary events more, and more of the bigger sized events. Honestly, I have been enjoying the side events lately. It's definitely having to do reading for granted. It's definitely made me reflect a little bit that I should do some more reading and practice my speech more. A few days later, Coco bars my entry with a stern look on her face. Coco. Yes. What are you doing? I'm standing guard, so you can't go in. Why? Velvet asked me to. I see. In Coco's hand is an envelope. What's that? Velvet wrote me a letter. She said to read it after this mission is over, then burn it. Burn it? That's the secret between our two secret agents. Uh-huh. Alarm rings and Coco checks her phone. Oh. Is it Velvet? Yeah, she says the mission's over. You can go inside now, Master. Enters my room with me. Oh, it's my fucking room. Sits on the sofa and opens the envelope. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Make yourself comfortable. Okay. Through the narrow gap of the closing door, I catch a glimpse of Coco reading the letter. She looks happier and more innocent than I've ever seen her. Huh? While washing my hands, I glance at the mirror. Words written in red like lipstick catch my eye. I'll be waiting at the Maid Cafe. Come alone. A little later, I arrive at the Maid Cafe. You're here. Velvet's voice floats out from the kitchen in the back. What are you doing? Cooking, or whatever you like to call this. I'm making chocolate. I put my heart and soul into it. Need any help? Nope. It's done. A moment later, Velvet walks out alone. Man. That's some pretty good chocolate, bro. Here, my heart and soul. Well, do you feel it? Something's rising and it's not the shield hero. Are you so moved you're at loss of words? Have you decided where you want to be? Velvet pauses at my words, then smiles faintly. I've given it some thought. In a chef's hand, a knife is a useful tool, right? But in a killer's hand, it becomes a weapon. And what does it become in the hands of an assassin or a secret agent? Isn't it still a weapon? You're really an innocent when it comes to stuff, Master. Looks like you still have a lot to learn from me. Listen carefully. The knife is a secret agent's hand, is a brush. A brush wielded by their master, who uses the secret agent as a tool. People often talk about the big picture, right? Once you climb high enough, the world looks like a painting. People become lines you can erase or draw with just a lift of a finger. Money becomes abstract numbers you can rewrite however you want. Velvet looks at Coco's sketchbook lying on the table in the hall. It's simple, yet different at the same time, don't you think? Well, that's all over now. At any rate, I'm not a secret agent or anything anymore. Velvet licks a bit of chocolate off the plastic knife. I'm only your maid now. So how are you going to use me? As a secret agent? Or as a maid? Or... I'll think about it. Okay, I'll be waiting. And just like that, I gained a new maid. Aren't you going to taste this? I worked really hard on it, you know. I'm kind of hurt. A very lethal maid. Fatal maid end. Alrighty, thank you guys. I appreciate you coming by if you gotten this far into the video. Probably not, but here's to hoping. But I hope you all enjoyed my cringe-ass voice acting and me attempting to sound luscious and seductive. But anyways, like usual, I will post a second part of this, of the part from hard mode, which comes out in a day or so. But anyways, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.